Hello everybody, my name is Angela if you haven't met me yet, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't posted in a little bit, but today is a very special day because I'll be interviewing for the Disney College program, and this is my 5th or 6th attempt. I wanted to do this to first record my experience and look back on. I definitely love just capturing memories, but also if you are applying for the Disney College program as well, I wanted you to have this as a point of reference to make you a little less nervous for the experience. I know I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos on the phone interview and what to expect, so I figure I add a little piece to the pot and that is pretty much it. It is currently, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but it is currently 12:29. My interview is scheduled, it's not going to show up, my interview is scheduled for 1:30, so we're a little bit early, but I want to make sure that I film an intro before the nerves catch up and I'm not able to talk anymore, and that's it. Just a little bit about my experience so far. I have applied Monday, this past Monday, and it's Thursday, so it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days ago. And I did the WBI before, so it went straight through the WBI, and then I was offered a phone interview. So I was able to schedule that, and I did it on the first available day for interviews. This is actually the first day that people could start interviewing. So hopefully I can hear back sooner. But from past experiences, I've always interviewed really early on and always found out really late, which is fine, but that's just a process, you know, it's not a first come first served basis. But I do hope I get a chance for those smaller roles such as PhotoPass or so a few things. This part, I'm receptive to a bunch of roles because I really want to get into the Disney College program, but my areas of high interest are PhotoPass, watercraft because I want to sail a boat, merch, front desk, and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. So those things kind of encompass what I want to do. I want to work in a high guest environment where I also have a little bit of independence, and also engaging storytelling and everything that brings in the Disney magic. So hopefully this works out. I have on my iPad, I just have some of my application questions. So I have my resume on here, and I also have the areas of interest that I put for my Disney College program application. That way I can refer to it and easily know and kind of expect what the next question is going to be in terms of my role interest. I do want to point out that even if you put the teeniest, tiniest interest in something, that means that you could still possibly get it. So don't put interest in high need roles such as like quick service, custodial, lifeguard if you don't want to do it for 8 months. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. But hopefully it works out. I'm so excited. I unfortunately can't go to the character performer auditions, but I can still make the magic in other ways. And I wish you all the best. I'll catch you back when I start the interview. Yes, I am. I have 1 semester left. It's very relieving, but also I'm taking a credit overload, so it's going to be a little stressful, but with planning I'm sure it'll be okay. No, I'm not. I am very familiar with the guidelines and I am more capable of complying with them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I have 0 tattoos. Nope, just the 2 traditional piercings. Nope. No, it's okay. I know it's very serious, especially with the look. Yes, I do. Yes, it does. I like to be there as much time as possible. Mhm. Yes, so I wasn't sure if this counted, but I did take extended vacations very frequently, and I also engaged in summer camp with my church, so that I was living with an extended period of time, no more than a couple months though, with a group of girls, and that was kind of my experience with that. Yeah, of course. So I was a store manager, and I was in charge of a very small store. It's called Aldo Shoes, and we had about 5 employees. So it's a very small team, it's a very small operation. And I found out from an employee that 2 of my other employees were having a disagreement about shipment. So I kind of stopped it right there because I really don't want any gossip to occur. And then I went to each of them individually. I like heard them out, and then I brought them both together, and I set expectations very clearly. I said, like, your feelings are very valid. I totally understand where each of you are coming from. However, instead of little chitter chatter and gossip, I'd rather everyone just talk to each other very clearly and very directly. Or if not, I mean, you can always come to me and I'm always lend you a helpful ear. So setting those expectations very clear. I think communication would probably be the most important aspect when working with others and also living with others, because it's not a typical 9 to 5. You're there, you're sleeping with them, and you're in the same room as them. So communication is a very important aspect, and also just communicating very directly with the person as opposed to gossiping. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, so I think there's 2 sides to my experience. So one is definitely a management, sales-oriented side, and the other one is performing and working with children side. So I'll talk with the first one first. So I do own my own business. It's Fergoni Films. So it's a media consulting business. I work with different kinds of brands to kind of elevate their social media presence. And then with that, I do a bunch of other stuff such as photography, videography. I have a 5-star rating on Thumbtack. So I think that would lend me very well to the Disney program, specifically with the PhotoPass photographer role, because I'd be able to be creative, but also I do understand that there's a lot of upselling and sales-oriented goals. So I have a lot of experience with that, especially since I own my own business. I am in charge of booking and pay and everything like that. And then with performing as well, I am in charge of all the other princess performers as well. So I make sure that they're on time, or if we're doing an event together, I'm usually the one in charge of making sure that everyone goes on time. But then as a performer myself, I engage in interactive storytelling. I provide audience control because we don't really have handlers, so it's kind of just we're kind of the one-woman show. So I'm in charge of running crafts, making sure the children are engaged and keeping up that character integrity, and that started a lot of fun. And through that, I have learned a bunch of public speaking skills and just really engaging, making sure that safety is first while also making sure that it's very fun for everybody. So that's basically my performing and creative side. And then also with management, I was the youngest supervisor to be hired in the AMC Theaters company, and then the youngest store manager to be hired in the Aldo Group company. So I started, and I was so blessed to be developed at such a young age so that I was set up for success. But I have experience scheduling up to 30 employees at the same time, doing hard counts, scheduling for, scheduling like products to come in, especially like popcorn and soda, and making sure that our inventory is up to par. And then when I was a store manager, it was really the end game. I was recruiting. Part of my responsibility was recruiting, developing, and then promoting professional people, as well as maintaining security, compliance, and ethics. One thing that I learned through my Aldo group was the 3 pillars of love, integrity, and respect. So I definitely try to ingrain that in my everyday life and also in my work ethics. Yeah, it was a lot, sorry. Mm-hmm. Yes, through my frequent vacations there, I think the one thing that I'll definitely keep with me is to stay hydrated. Again, safety is #1, so staying hydrated and staying alert. Half of the experience that I feel like guests have is with the cast members, so making sure that you're on your A game and you're really putting on a show for everybody is very important to both yourself and then the guests as well. So I'm very comfortable with that. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm still working on scheduling to see if I can attend, but I do know it's March 1st. I'm going to the, hopefully the New York City audition. I've been there before and it's such a wonderful environment. I've met so many friends through it, so I'm super excited. Mhm. I have a high level of comfort with cleaning. I think organization is a big part of my life, especially with going to school and working full-time, making sure everything is organized and clean. Really just declutters my mind, so I feel like I would lend well with that. Also, I do know that the custodial is a high guest interaction role, so I love pin trading. I collect pins myself. And then also I have experienced the water art that a lot of custodials do as well. So although I put low interest, I do know that I could be considered for the role, so I definitely will not be upset and I'll be more than thankful to get any role. Mhm. It's great. So I started in food and beverage, and then eventually was a supervisor in food and beverage. So I have a lot of experience with high volume food handling. Yes, the character attendant role really appeals to me because I have that experience with interactive storytelling and with just engaging with guests. I think I have a very calming demeanor, and I'm also very bubbly, so with the character attendant role, I do know sometimes they, not necessarily the bad guy, but they definitely have to be the person to maintain that character integrity for the character performer. So I have a lot of experience working with just upset guests. I wouldn't say unfavorable, but just guests that are understandably upset, and I can handle that situation while also in the same hands interacting with children and engaging them in case like they're scared or anything. Like, I definitely feel comfortable kind of leading them into the character performer roles. Yeah, so in the parks myself as a guest, I feel like the best photos that I've gotten were from PhotoPass photographers that just, you know, called out to me. He's like, hey, like, just take a picture really quick, like, it'll be fun. So I am so thankful to have carried that on into my own life, where I take pictures and I have been able to be in the position to work full-time as my own business owner. And again, that multifaceted thing of taking pictures but then also selling them really appeals to me. Something with the PhotoPass photographer role is that it really captures those moments for everybody. The vacations understandably very expensive, so you would want something to kind of capture those moments, especially in the digital age where Instagram is very prevalent and Facebook for a lot of parents. They want to share those memories with others, so being able to engage in that and also doing those magic shots where there's a lot of Photoshop involved, that seems really cool, and to be a part of that magic seems really interesting to me. Yeah, so as aforementioned, I think half of the experience for guests is that cast member interaction, especially with the popularity of all the rides. It's a very high wait time sometimes. So we kind of rely on cast members to be that source of entertainment or just to talk about their day. I'm not shy, so I love talking with everybody. I love getting people out of their comfort zone. And that attractions role would allow me to, one, engage in that interactive storytelling, but then also rides kind of serve as engaging people inside the movie themselves. And it's very, very immersive. So be part of that would be really cool. Also, logistically, I have experience with managing large crowds. Yes. I definitely see myself in, like, what role I see myself in. Yeah. I definitely see myself as a PhotoPass photographer working in Magic Kingdom. That's kind of the dream for, I know, a lot of people. And that's something I think would definitely merge my passion with sales and with photography. And then I also see myself as a character attendant with literally anybody. And then I know this is a third one, but lastly, as a skipper, because I love talking and I could talk forever. So a skipper on the jungle, yeah. Okay, so no, but I did see that it required a US driver's license, which I do have, and I'm a very fast learner. So if that means I can operate the Jungle Cruise boat, I'm all for it. Okay. Okay. Yes, I do. I was wondering if there was any leadership opportunities in the Disney College program. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's awesome. No, that's all the questions that I have. No problem. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy your day of interviews as well. Bye. So, the interview was... Oh, she put her phone number, so I don't want to put her phone number, but it was 21 minutes long. I think I did very well. I was very nervous and I kind of stumbled on my words a little bit, but hopefully it works out. Thank you so much for watching, and I might do a separate one of phone interview tips. But again, thank you a lot for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will do another video on my role, because if I upload this, that means I got in. So I'll do another video on my role as well. Bye.